welcome to everybody on Zoom as well as the people in the room. We just had a wonderful dinner. Going to start our business meeting, so we have time to cover everything. The first thing I want to do is just welcome everybody who's here. Our 50-plus year members, our new members, and we have a couple of guests from East Windsor Town joining us tonight, which I'm really pleased to see. And we'll be coming back to them a little bit later. So, in case you haven't figured out, I'm Jean Nitzberg. You've heard a lot from me lately. And I want to tell you what's in your tote bags. Everyone in your tote bag should have a little postcard that we would like to collect. And if you are in favor of same-day voter registration, we'd like you to complete those cards. I put a couple pens on your table so you can complete them. And either way, please return the postcards to us on your way out tonight so we can return them to Trenton. So we're doing activism as part of our meeting. All right? If you don't agree, that's fine. You don't have to agree with it.
No, I did all of that. I got lost.
So, the first thing I put on the agenda,
You're totally
the first thing I put on the agenda was to approve the May minutes. I gave you a copy of the May minutes in your tote bag. But I think you all know what we did.
Yeah.
We gave you the status on multiple things, our merger, our voter education efforts, Vote 411, energizing young voters. We talked about personally identifiable information. We talked about the dinner, and we reviewed our new Greater Princeton area bylaws. So today, when we go over them and vote, we're just going to vote quickly because we've already spent a good portion of time in our meeting discussing them. And we also mentioned the new leadership committee nominations. So I'm going to move that we approve the May minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. I don't think there's anyone opposed. No. Okay, what about on Zoom? I can't see hands. I might need somebody to sit over there.
I'm sorry.
It's her level.
Can they hear it?
Can they hear? Yeah.
I yelled.
Have them raise their hand if they can hear us.
Okay, now try holding your hand. Can you hear us now?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. I'm not used to using a mic, so I apologize for that. Bless you.
I'm sorry.
So for our Zoom audience, do you all approve our May minutes? Anybody opposed, please let me know. We would love to see your faces. We can see you on screen, so just so you know that. Okay. So, bless you.
Please just pay no attention. There's something I'm allergic to. It's just going to go on until it stops.
As long as it's not the food. All right, the next thing I would like to do is briefly mention our new Greater Princeton area website. I included in your package a sheet that describes the suggestions that our website committee has made. I will review them really quickly for you. In the past, we've had disagreements on what we should do with the website, so I just wanted to make an initial proposal as to what general changes we're going to make to start with and make sure everybody goes along with this idea. So one of the first things we want to do is we want to come up with a retention period for different components of the website, which means we would like to maintain election-related information for 4 years until a new cycle begins. And we would like to retain lead documentation for at least 12 or 13 months to keep track of what's happened in the past year. We are not proposing that we delete anything at this time. We are proposing that we set aside a separate section of our website for older information, for the archival information, and take that out of the initial main page that you see when you first get in. We would also like to correct the errors, which we have started to do but have not completed it yet. And we would like to focus a little more on the municipal level, because the state does a really good job of focusing on the higher levels. So we would like to do a better job at focusing at our municipality level. And now that we have so many municipalities, we're going to have our work cut out for us. So our goal is to reduce the amount of maintenance required. It's hard to keep up with a website and keep it up to date, but if it's not up to date, it's not very helpful. So we're going to use links to the municipalities, to the state, to the US, wherever we can use a link to someone else who's already maintaining and updating the information. That's what we intend to do. We're also working on reorganizing the first page. I've done a little bit of it, but I'm not an expert. I have moved the information about our meetings and our outreach events for voter services to the front, the top of the front page. And we'll continue making changes as we go. I'm hoping that everyone is in agreement with taking this approach. We're not focusing on the actual format of the website, whether it's kind of out of date format, but right now we're mostly interested in updating, having correct information, and making sure we keep it up to date and accurate for everybody. So that's what I'm asking you to all vote on. So I move that we make our official first round of changes and get our website much more usable before our next round of elections. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Can you see me on Zoom? Okay, I think I saw somebody.
I don't see myself.
I don't see them either. Can they hear me?
They have to
Hopefully.
press something.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Is anybody doing it?
I don't know, they might just be showing us their faces and listening. The next business that we have to address is a motion to approve the new Greater Princeton area bylaws. We were just discussing at my table before that we took the bylaws from both groups. We looked at both of them. We compromised on some points. We took some new points from East Windsor and some old points from Princeton, and we merged the two together. We did not just take one set of bylaws and say, okay, the others can go in the garbage. No, no, no. We worked carefully on going through them and making sure that they have all the best components of both included. Does anybody have any questions about the bylaws before I continue? No. Okay. The one thing I'm going to propose next year is that we include a retention period in the bylaws to help us keep ourselves current in the future with things like our website and our documentation. So all in favor of approving our bylaws for the Greater Princeton area, please raise your hand. And I'm looking at the Zoom screen, but I don't see you raising your hands.
Oh, I saw somebody in the back there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Always something to look out for.
Oh, that's good.
There was a raise.
Okay. The next item is the Greater Princeton area budget. You all have a copy of the budget in your tote bags. You will notice that the budget is a little bit wider than usual. It has the budget and the actual for Princeton. It has the budget and the actual for East Windsor Town. It has the combined, and it has the proposed for the coming year. What you should probably know is that it will not be completely finalized until we have a leadership committee and we have another vote of the new combined group. But I would like to know that everyone approves this in this meeting. We have basically taken the two budgets and combined them. Yeah. With a question, Kathleen. I don't know how we're going to hear her.
Oh.
Hello? Can everybody hear?
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. The audio is very difficult, at least from my end. I don't know about anybody else in the virtual capacity. I see Sandra shaking her head. I think I can hear. Yeah, it's very difficult to hear.
We have taken a vote on approving the changes to the website that we have included for people in emails and in their tote bags today. If you are not aware of what those things are, I can go over them briefly, really quickly. We basically want to update the website so that we have current information and older information is archived. We set up a retention period for election-related materials and documents, and we make corrections, and we don't look at formatting at this point. We just want to correct it and reorganize it a little bit, and everyone in the room had voted in favor, so I'm asking if anybody in the Zoom will also vote in favor of updating our website so that everything is accurate. If you agree, please raise your hand. Thank you. That's 1, 2, 3. I see 2 and 3. Jennifer. Jennifer. How many did we get? 1, 2, 3. I thought I saw 3.
I'll take that.
Like anybody's opposed.
Okay, no one,
Is
is anyone
anyone
opposed? Is anyone opposed? Nancy will yell if I'm not loud enough. Okay, so we're gonna pass that. The next thing we discussed was, what did we do next? Oh, the bylaws. Okay, we voted to approve the new Greater Princeton area bylaws. Anyone on Zoom who's in favor, please raise their hand. Yes? Can you hear me? Yeah. No, I don't think they can hear me.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, okay, okay. Everybody in favor of the GPA bylaws, please let me know. Please raise your hand or your electronic hand. I'm not seeing anybody. None, just one.
Grace did.
Grace did? Okay. All right, the next subject was the budget, and I explained that we combined. We gave you the budget for Princeton, both budget and actual. We gave you the East Windsor Heightstown budget and actual. We gave you the combined budget and the projected budget for the upcoming year. And I'm going to ask you to vote on this, but it will not be final until we've had our leadership committee meeting for GPA and possibly till we've had our membership meeting again to vote on this. But we are trying to put a little more money in for outreach to voters. This is going to be a good year to start reaching out to voters because of the presidential election. And so it's kind of a proposed budget at this point, but I wanted everybody to see a copy, and I'm going to ask you to raise your hands if you're in favor of the proposed budget for now until we have a replacement for it. 1, 2, 10.
Oh,
Very good.
people raising
11.
but the ones that like are not in the group.
Do we have them all on the screen?
I
Yeah,
see-
everyone's on the screen,
Okay,
but
okay.
not everyone has their video on.
I see that.
They will.
All right. Well, we have a majority for that.
It passed.
Yes. Okay. Now I would like to briefly introduce Deborah McMillan and, Kit's here. Stephanie's not here. Kit's here. Kit Murdoch is here. They are both from East Windsor Heightstown, and they agreed to join us tonight, which is really, really kind of them. I'm happy to see them. So I want to review the list of nominees for our new leadership committee. These include Deborah McMillan and Kit Murdoch and two other people from East Windsor Heightstown that couldn't be here, Stephanie and Karen. And it includes myself, Deb Morehouse, Devin, who's here, and Rita, who's also here tonight. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the nominations for the leadership committee for the Greater Princeton area going forward. All in favor?
I'm allowed to vote?
Yeah. This is David's favorite question, am I allowed to vote? Anybody, okay, we have one. Did you see more? Okay. So,
Hi, Jean, I have a question.
okay,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
I'm just a little bit confused, and perhaps since we have our state president here, Jennifer, can you explain, I'm unclear at the state of the merger at this point. Has that been approved? Because otherwise, I'm not sure why we're voting on an entity that has not yet been approved or
In the
validated.
May, excuse me, in the May meeting, the last meeting, I did announce that National had approved the merger and that we were still working on the budget and that we were going to work towards making it official for July 1st. So yes, it's been approved for a while.
I'm sorry, you said it had been approved? When was that announced?
That was announced in the May minutes of the membership meeting. So I announced it to the membership in May. That was about a month ago.
I wrote it.
Okay.
I'm on the state board, it was approved.
It was approved by the state board, we have a member here too. But yes, we did receive information from National and they gave us instructions on a few things and how to pursue them. So we are in the process of starting that. So there you go. At this point, I would like to do something fun, which is the Ludlam Award. Those people who've been here for a while know that Rita Ludlam was very, very involved in the league.
We did vote? I'm sorry.
We voted.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be.
Actually, did the Zoom people get a chance to vote on
Why shouldn't
the
they?
nominating committee? Well, the
Aren't they
mayor-
meeting
Yeah,
for
they
dinner?
did, yeah.
They did?
Okay, I was busy talking.
Okay. Yes. All right. So the Rita Ludlam Award was established to honor a beloved member of our league, is funded by the league and a gift from the Ludlam family. She was a former president, committee chair, and mentor, and contributed her energy and loyalty to further the mission of the league. She was known in Princeton as Mrs. Voter Service. So we are granting this award to two promising students who've been very involved in the league. Hannah Zullo, who has participated for multiple years, excuse me, 2020 to 2023, including the LWV New Jersey statewide event with Girl Scouts, the LWV Club student meetings and discussions at West Windsor Plainsboro High School North, League of Women Voters New Jersey Lobby Corps program for Legislative District 15, League of Women Voters New Jersey same-day voter registration canvassing in Plainfield, as well as some other events. And we thank Hannah for her service, and we hope she continues to stay involved in the future. Devin is another awardee. Jang, is that how you say his name? Jang? Devin Jang. He has worked the polls himself. He attends our meetings and actually presented in one of our meetings his ideas to help us include more youth in our league programs. He's contributed to our website upgrade planning and will probably get involved in that over the summer a little more. And he's also involved in energizing young voters. And we hope he stays with us for a while and continues to participate and contribute to all of the missions that we pursue. Thank you both. You will be receiving a certificate and a check. And I'm really glad that you can be here today.
Responsibility on your back.
I have two more things to cover. I would like to thank the 2022-23 Leadership Committee. We've had a rough few years. We had a pandemic. We have dealt with the trend away from community involvement that has applied to everyone. It's taken a bit of a toll on our league in the last few years. I want to thank those on the Leadership Committee for helping us get through those difficult years. That includes Ellen Kemp, Toshi Abe, Karen Sue, Elizabeth Bates, Madeline Zulo, and Kathleen Moriarty. I do have a small token of appreciation to present to each of you when we complete. And I also want to thank the Greater Princeton Area Steering Committee who have developed a liking for Carlucci's in West Windsor. That's where we've had many of our meetings, and we've had many, and we've spent quite a few hours working on all of this, as you can imagine. And I want to thank them, but not let them think that they're done yet. So make sure you know you're not quite done. And please return those postcards from your tote bags, signed or non-signed, so that we can return them to Trenton before you leave. And now, I move that we adjourn the meeting and we will begin our presentation.